delay. Uh, yeah, so apologize for the delay. There was an internet issue. So let's start with our webinar, which is basically on video marketing. Just share my screen one second. So today's webinar is video marketing for growing your business. So we will basically initiate. What is video marketing? Right? I'm sure you must have heard about videos and you see a lot of YouTube videos as well. And when you look at videos, there are multiple thoughts coming to your mind, right? Like how good the video is, what is the content, and is it appealing to you, right? Because there are various kind of videos available nowadays on online streaming platforms, like YouTube is there. Right? Nowadays Facebook is also into videos. So what is exactly video marketing? So video marketing is using video to market your product, increase engagement, and reach an audience that is amenable to video than text. Meaning, they find video to be more appealing, right? So there are people who learn more by watching or visual context rather than reading a book, right? So those people are called visual learners. But nowadays, if you see majority of the population who are using digital assets or digital screens, they are more in terms of visual learning. And video can foster an intimate bond between product and consumers in a way that text can't, right? Especially if the business uses people in the videos, right? So nowadays, the visual graphics, the visual language, the characters that we use in the video, that influence the consumer perception, right? Who is your consumers, and they get influenced by watching a video. So where did it all begin? How did video marketing came into existence, right? So on July 1st, 1941, Boulevard debuted. Boulevard is basically a company in USA. The first ever paid television advertisement before the Brooklyn Dodgers and Philadelphia Phillies. There's a baseball match, right? And this game was, telecasted on WNBT, which is now known as WNBC in USA. So let's see what this first video, marketing video, looked like. Now there is no voice in this video, right? But there is only one phrase that the video says, that America runs on Boulevard time, right? So this was the first advertorial announcement made on a television screen. This is the video. Let's watch it again just for the review sake. It's a short video. Where there is the company's logo is there. The company is into manufacturing watches, right? So this was telecasted across USA during a prime time game. Like we have IPLs, they have their own baseball game leagues. Video statistics. So video stats. Now 91% want to see a brand videos, right? So if you look at the overall crowd or the overall population who are into watching videos, 91% want to see brand videos, right? They want to understand what the company is, right? 66% of the videos, they qualify for lead generation. So let's say you want to purchase a product, you basically watch a video on YouTube which is talking about a product review, right? Based on the product review, you will make a purchase decision. So out of the total people, 66% of the total audience, they prefer watching a video before making a purchase decision or generating a lead or inquiring for a service or a product. 82% of the global traffic comes from videos, right? The stats are as per latest market research. The source is also there. So once the webinar is done, you would be shared a PDF file of this presentation. So you can go back to the source and check out. There are various video statistics available. But in crux, video is very important nowadays from a marketing perspective. Video marketing strategy, right? So this is the fundamentals of video marketing strategy. So the first thing that in a video marketing strategy is to make people aware. There should be awareness, right? What is your service, right? What exactly are your USPs? What do you want to promote in the video itself? So creating awareness, that is the first step. The second step is consideration, right? Engaging your audience. Now, there are multiple videos available online, right? But which video is going to engage your customer is very important. Now, that is based on what are you showing in the video? What is the content of the video, right? Based on the content, the third status is there, that is decision. Nurture your prospect, right? What type of videos would you show which should help a consumer make a purchase decision, right? So, meaning, let's say you are talking to a prospective student, right, in our industry, and that student has watched your video on YouTube or on Facebook or on WhatsApp, right? They see, okay, it's a good company, let me check it out. You know what exactly they do into the overseas business. Now, for to further evaluate, right, if you share that student a video of some USPs about your company, right, and then after you are sharing testimonials of students who already gone abroad, so that will basically take care of the awareness, consideration, and decision part. Because after looking at the testimonial videos, you will decide, okay, this company has already sent so students, like X number of students. So let me, go and, further take a purchase decision, that is apply with this consultant. And once the application is done, then it is very important to delight your customer, that is customer retention. Give them a good experience, good customer service. Now that itself can be portrayed in a video marketing format. And that is also part of our customer testimonial or success stories. So this is how normally a video marketing strategy funnel would look like. And this funnel is mainly focusing on what content to create. Next is what a great video makes of, right? So there are various elements which makes a great video, right? So those elements of your study should take the viewer on a journey, one that should align with your brand mission. Each and every company that you are currently managing, right? So there is a certain brand mission that you have in mind or that you want to pursue in the coming years. And that should be highlighted in your videos, right? Because that would give a differentiation. So what basically makes a great video? So there should be characters into a video, right? There should be a quest, right? There should be resolution and conflict. So when I talk about characters and quest and resolution and conflict, we are mainly talking about who is your target audience, right? What is the buyer persona of the target audience? What are the problem areas of those customers you are dealing with? How are you going to give a solution to those problem areas, right? And how are you going to you is that how are you going to nurture your existing customers? So these are the elements that, if created in a form of a video, can create a great video, right? What are the types of videos? There are various types of videos. There are demo videos, educational videos, right? Patent or testimonial videos, a personalized message. Personalized messages are also known as user generated content, right? UGCs, which are very, very important from a social media perspective. Event videos are there, explanatory videos, virtual office tour, live videos, and the list is ongoing. If you go into the social media landscape, there are shorts, there are stories, there are reels, right? So you have to decide what type of video is important for your target audience. Let's go to the business part of it, right? Lead generation from video marketing. It is very important for everyone to generate leads nowadays, right? To generate customer inquiries. How does video marketing help into it? So first tactic is gated video content tactic, right? Now, as the name suggests, it is gated video content. Gated means there is a lock to it, right? I'll give you an example. If you look at the screen, right, it says register to watch the video, right? So you cannot watch the video unless and until you give your email address. Now, this email address can be more than one field. It can be name, it can be phone number, it can be email address, right? Even further. But the video has to be so attractive to your target audience that he is willing to fill out the information, right? So in general, the video should be able to solve a problem of your target audience or customer, and then he would be willing to share the information. But this is one of the gated content tactic strategies wherein a video is used to capture lead generation. Now this is mainly going to happen on your own website, right? So if you have a website, you can create a page, you can create a video, upload the video on a website, and then you can have a gated content strategy like this. Another example, right, wherein you can have a demo session, right? So what you do is you give a snippet or a summary of what the session would look like, right? And then you can basically ask your target audience to fill in the contact form to get a live demo, where video plays a much better role compared to few text or few lines or a paragraph. Now it's video SEO. No, there is. I'm sure you must have heard about SEO, search engine optimization, but there is also video SEO. Why do we call it video SEO? Because if we talk about Google, right, it is one of the biggest search engines on the planet right now. But compared to Google, the second search engine is YouTube, right? So if you want to look for a phone review or a product review, or if you want to search for some information after Google, most of the people they go on YouTube, right? So YouTube is also a search engine. So over here, the SEO tactics has to be followed. Let's say you have your own YouTube channel, right, for your company, and you have some number of videos over there. So you have to make sure that they have the right keywords and the right thumbnails. Thumbnails are basically snippets of the video, right? Which basically attracts the people to watch the video. It is very important that they have to be as per the video content and what is it trending in the market right now. So right keywords are very important. There are certain tools available for YouTube research. Like one of the tools is Ahuf, right? So Ahuf would give you exact, keywords which you can use in your YouTube video. There is one more tool called TubeBuddy. Now TubeBuddy is basically going to help you in optimizing the overall video channel that you have, YouTube video channel, right? It would include tags, it would include keywords, it would include analytics of what the competition is doing, and you can use those for growing your YouTube channel and attracting a community of people who are interested in your business. Then comes promote the video for more views. So it's not just creating and uploading the video, you also have to promote it. You have to invest money in so that people can see your video, right, and engage with it and react to it, right? Because normally when you upload a video, it's not going very far, right? So you have to invest a little bit of money, understand the analytics, and multiply the investment so that more people can watch your video. It reaches to maximum people. Increase the session time of the video watch. Now, this is very important. So let's say you're watching a video on YouTube and you start a video and you stop after 10 seconds and 20 seconds, you skip to another video, right? So this is basically saying to YouTube as a channel or a platform that your video is not interesting. So somewhere the video has to be narrated in a way that people watch it for at least 30 seconds or more, right? The more they watch it, the more engaging the video is, the more session time of the video would be there, right? And that basically translates to the YouTube algorithm that this video is interesting, people are watching it, right? And it would start ranking the video on the top. Because normally what happens, let's say you use a keyword study in USA, right, on YouTube, you will find so many videos with the same keyword, but which is ranking on the top, which has a good session time, which has good engagement rate, right? So those are the factors as well, which is considered in video SEO. Then comes when you are uploading a video on YouTube, there is a description section, right? Normally people they write 2 lines and then they leave it. But what needs to be understood over here is that your one video page is like your website page, right? It's like a web page where you can talk about the video content, you can talk about your company, you can talk about your product and services. You can also give links to various kind of web pages, right, which will generate referral traffic. Okay, so on an average, 300 to 400 word description has to be there for all the YouTube video pages because that will act as your second website or a second web page. And those descriptions should have links to landing pages, websites, services, and various call to actions. So this is what comprise of YouTube SEO. Second part of lead generation from video marketing is YouTube or Google paid campaigns, right? I'm sure you see a lot of ads on YouTube, right? Sometimes there are two ads that you have to skip. Okay. Now that is all part of YouTube marketing campaigns or Google paid campaigns because YouTube and Google are the same company. So there are 4 types of ads. The first is skippable in-stream ads. Second is non-skippable in-stream ads, right? Including bumper ads. Video discovery ads, right? Formerly known as display ads, and then non-video ads as well, like overlays and banners. So we will go through each and every one of them. Okay, so if you see this, I'm sure this is skippable ad. So you watch a video, you're going to watch a video, right? Or you are clicking on a video which you like. The first thing that you see is an ad, right? So over here there is a skip button, and the video plays for, let's say, 5 seconds, and then you have an option to skip it. Now this is called as skippable in-stream videos. This is also part of advertising campaign that you can run via Google and YouTube. So this is one type of skippable, instant video. So first 5 seconds should be an attention grabber. It should capture the attention of your target audience, of your customer. Then they will watch the whole video if that is, something that they are looking for, right? The second is non-skippable instant videos. Now, non-skippable is you have to watch the, advertisement first before you go to your, video that you want to see. So over here, there is no skip button, right? You have to watch for the complete 15 seconds. Okay. This is an example of non-skippable instant video. Discovery ads. So what will happen? Your YouTube advertisement or your video advertisement would definitely, it would play on YouTube channel. This is a mobile version of YouTube channel. Then it will also be seen on Google search, right? And then it will also be seen on Gmail platform, right? So these are three platforms which would be used in discovery ads. So you get maximum benefit of getting the impressions, getting the clicks, and also for lead generation. So this is called discovery ads. Non-video ads. So let's say you are watching a video, right? And in the video, sometimes you see this kind of banner ads. So these are called non-video ads. So let's say you don't have video production capabilities, but you still want to advertise on YouTube. So this option is also available, right? So click on the banner, it will take you to a landing page or some, video, whatever the link is associated to the banner. So these are non-video ads, right? Now, these were all the scope that there was for YouTube marketing, but it is very, very important that you complete the customer journey, right? Creating video is just one part, it's just one tactic that you can use to attract customers and lead generation. So what are the things that you can do? Ensure that you have a good landing page on your website, because when someone clicks on the video or from video goes to your website, there should be a connection, right? It should not be totally alien. For example, your video is talking about study overseas and they are landing on study in UK page, right? That doesn't make sense. So there should be a good connection, there should be a good landing page, good call to actions to increase CTR, click through rates, right? Your video should have good call to actions, good offers, good promotion content, which would increase your click through rate. Good content for your video and display ads. The content that you create has to be really amazing, right? Because if you see, every minute there are thousands of videos uploaded on YouTube or similar kind of platforms. So how would you beat that kind of quantity? And that is by giving a good quality video, right? So focus on good content rather than the quantity of the videos. Marketing automation to route the leads to the right person for processing. So let's say you're generating a lot of leads from video marketing, right? But are those leads captured on time, going to the right person, right? So for that you have to use marketing automation, right? Marketing automation means your website is connected to a CRM, right? And whatever leads are generated, it directly goes to the CRM. The person who is using the CRM is notified that the lead has been generated. Immediately a call goes out. So the turnaround time is less than 1 minute, right? So that is the kind of interaction the customers are looking for nowadays. And that is accomplished by using marketing automation, right? Give a good CX. CX is consumer experience for retention and reorders in the future. Lead is generated, the customer has made the purchase decision, the application has been done, right? You give the customer the best experience possible so that you can get more referral customers. So these are the points which will complete your customer journey. So I would request you guys to start the poll. So let me just start the poll. Yeah. So please rate the webinar that we are done, and we are open to any kind of questions you have. Yes, guys. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will be more than happy to reply them in the chat section. Okay, so there are a few questions over here. What happened? Okay, no sound. Yeah, so basically the system that we are using is Zoho, so it does not have sound feature as of now. But as and when Zoho launches this, we would have the sound feature. But what I will do is I will share this presentation with all of you. It has the link of the YouTube video. You can check it out. Um, if you want to create a website, whom should we contact? You, it totally depends where you are, where your office is based, right? Always contact a person who is available in your city, so that he can give you a good service. Or you can also find a good reputed IT company which will help you create a website. But their remote services should be satisfactory, and that totally depends on person to person. Appropriate duration of ads. The appropriate duration of ads would be anything. Uh, it totally depends. So let's say, for example, you want to create an ad film, right, which can range from 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Or if you want to create a promotional video only for Google display ads or discovery ads, that is only restricted to 30 seconds. So it totally depends on the campaign that you want to run, right? The duration of the video is based on the campaign you are running. We will share the PPT with you. Can you share some real life experience or demos? We can definitely arrange for that, but that can be a one-to-one session. You can connect with our PST team and we can arrange that, because there are multiple industries and multiple examples. How much effective is video campaign in Google Ads for conversion? See, Google Ads can run display ads, that is currently known as discovery ads, right? Which will take care of your video as well, which will take care of your search campaign, and also it would take care of the banner ads displayed or sometimes on Gmail account. So discovery ads is something that you can use, but again, it totally depends on what kind of budgets you have, right? So you have to define what ad to run based on the duration of the campaign, like 30 days, 40 days, and so on, and then also on the budget that you want to spend on it, right? And it's also based on the territory that you are, using for your ads. So territory is limited to, let's say, one city. Then you have to be very careful in terms of how much you are going to invest, because the audience remains the same. Now, if the same person is watching the ad again and again and again, then probably he is not going to click, right? And that would increase your cost per click as well, right? So let's say if the it's a campaign is fresh, your cost per click would be, it would be around, let's for example, 100 rupees, right? But if the same ad is playing in a small territory, right, then the cost per click may increase to 300 rupees as well, or 400 rupees, because the same audience is watching the same ad, right? And once they are aware about it, then they are going to stop clicking it, right? That would increase your cost per click. So what needs to be done is you need to basically have adapt videos. Adapt videos are versions of the same video, right? So you have created a promotional video. There should be two, three versions of it, right? And it should be played in a same frequency and a cycle, so that people, they don't see the monotonous ad again and again. They get a variety. What is the best tool to make videos? The professional tools are there, like Premiere Pro is there. You can use that. There are online tools available like Canva, right? You can also use those kind of tools, which are Premiere Pro is pretty advanced tool. Canva is very simple drag and drop functionality. You just have to think what to create, and that tool can help you in creating videos as well. What all things has to be written in description about the videos? It totally depends on what the video is, right? So let's say the video is talking about study abroad, or let's say he's talking about a university in UK, right? Then the description should talk about, what are the things that a student can do in UK, right? And then basically you have to connect that with your company, right? And then that connection should lead to CTA, call to action. That is, it should prompt the person to click on the link and go to your website or your inquiry form, right? So the description is based on the complete customer journey that you want that person to follow. What in general is charges by YouTube for video ads? So average you can consider is minimum of 80 to 85 rupees per day to start off with. That is the very base, very minimum price. But if you are really serious about video marketing, then you have to invest at least 500 rupees per day to start, right? Because YouTube has its own algorithm. It's a AI based algorithm where there is self learning happening. So YouTube campaigns or video campaigns, they learn, right, how your video ad is performing, right? So that requires money, that requires investment. So from 7 to 8 or 10 days of learning, then you will start seeing the results. How to make most of FB and Instagram video marketing? Now you have to understand that videos on Facebook and Instagram, right? They are not solely focusing on educating the target audience. They are also for fun. They are very casual in nature, right? So it totally depends what you are creating, right? So if you're using Instagram, that's all young crowd is there, right? So you need to create a video which will appeal to the young crowd, right? Which is less text, more of glamour, right? So there are various forms of social media videos which are used for Facebook, Instagram. There are reels, there are stories, and so on, right? So you have to be very calculative on what videos you are creating. How much leads you are getting from a single video ad on YouTube? It varies. So if you are running a campaign, right, for let's say 45 days, right? So on an average, and also we are running campaigns in multiple cities, right? Or let's say in one city. So on an average, you can generate 30 to 40 leads, genuine leads, 30 to 40, right? If you are taking out all the crap leads, then you can generate honest 30 to 40 leads, which is yet to be converted from a marketing qualified lead to sales qualified lead. So the leads that we generate are marketing qualified leads, right? You need to talk to those leads, those inquiries, and see whether they are interested in your service and product. And if they are interested, that will convert to a marketing qualified lead. And I'm sorry, a sales qualified MQL2 as sales qualified lead. How to use reels to do marketing? Well, reels are good for marketing. I'm not saying it's not good, but reels, they totally depends on what information you are trying to share, right? If it is too casual, it is just talking about glamour and it is not giving the right information, you would definitely generate a lead. But how conscious that person is in buying your product, that would be of a question. That would reduce your MQL to SQL ratio, right? So reel, if created with proper content, with a motive of educating the person and solving his problems, then it would definitely work for you in marketing. Recording of the session. The recording of the session can be arranged by the PST team. Can you explain one first strategy of lead generation? So first strategy. Okay, so we are talking about the funnel part, right? So in the funnel part, there is awareness, consideration, right? Then there is engagement, and then there is retention part of it, right? So the funnel is basically a representation of what all videos you should create. So in awareness stage, you should talk about your company in general, right? What are your services and products? And you should create videos which are in line with creating awareness, right? People who don't know start knowing about your brand, your company, right? In the consideration phase, they consider your video as useful and they want to know more. In that scenario, you talk about your product specifically or your services that you're providing, right? And then in the closure phase, you are talking about giving evidence. Okay, we are a good company, these are our products, and these are happy customers that we have. So what I just mentioned is an example, right, of how the first strategy was talking about. Can you share some good overseas videos for reference purpose that can be arranged by the PSG team? We are not getting any presentation from Kesdi. I will look into it. I would basically talk to the PSG team and make sure that you guys get the presentation. Can we use Canva to create a website? If not Canva, which is okay. So website creation has two elements to it. One is the front end and the second is the back end. And both of them require some elements of coding into it, right? So you need a developer, right? So if you're creating a WordPress website, you need a WordPress developer to take care of the database side of it. All the information that you are uploading on your website, it is stored in a database. So you need a developer to take care of the coding part, right? So you cannot create a complete website by use of a tool, but yes, there are few tools available which you can use. For example, wix.com is there. There are also some free tools like Google Sites. Okay, so these are the various kind of tools that you can use. But my recommendation is, if you are serious about digital marketing and using your website as a marketing platform, then you should custom create a website rather than using a tool. If video is generated by AI tool, no, it does not violate the YouTube policy, but it would definitely not get the kind of engagement that you're looking for, because people are smart, right? People, they would understand, okay, it's a AI created tool. It does not have genuine content, right? So people, they would watch it, but they would not have the engagement. KC members can help creating a website name. Uh, I think this question is case to case basis, right? So if you want help in creating a website, then we can guide you definitely, right? What should the ideal length for a YouTube channel? So I think you're talking about a video's length. The video length should be minimum 2 minutes if you're talking about YouTube channel. If it is YouTube Shorts, it can be anything from 20 seconds to 60 seconds, or maybe a little bit more, right? I will send the PPT. Yes, we will talk to the team. Could you mention those tools that you did while talking about YouTube or video SEO? Yes. So one tool is called Ahert, which will help you in YouTube keyword analytics. The second tool is TubeBuddy, right? You both the tools are very good. You can use these tools to optimize your YouTube channel. Other than testimony, what type of content we can share on different social media? Okay, so when you talk about what type of video content you can share, the list is very long, right? So let's say you are a company, you have 10 different products or universities that you want to promote or programs that you want to promote, right? So you should overall understand what people are searching. That is very important. What are they looking for? If are they looking for to study in USA, are they looking for to study in UK? You need to understand that parameter, what people are exactly looking for, what is the priority. Based on the priority, you have to define, okay, if they are very much inclined towards studying in USA, then what programs are they interested in? Once you understand that, then you need to start creating about that country and about that selected program or programs, right? And in that, you can talk about n number of things. And you can also create a complete ecosystem of videos which is not just focused on study abroad, but also the life of students in USA, because that is more engaging, because the ultimate goal for a student is education and probably settling down, right? Or having a good job in that foreign land. So what are those things? They are also interested in knowing about those. So there is endless scope of content that can be created in a video format. Is graphic ads better than a video ad? Models, graphic ads, they do help, right? I'm not saying that they are not very useful, but compared to graphic videos, they engage people more, they attract more attention, right? So you need to basically have a good ratio of how much graphic or display the banner ads would work versus the video ads. Can you shed some light on where we can find white label content on KC portal? That I would, request the PSC team to help you out. Which platform is best for video editing? So one platform I mentioned, which is very user friendly, that is Canva, right? Similarly, there are various kind of video editing platforms, online platforms available. But if you are serious about video editing, then use Adobe Premiere Pro, right? That is one of the best softwares available for video editing. It has multiple features. Can we get your email, please? Yes, my official email ID is tjaswal@kcoverseas.com. You can drop me a mail in case you have any queries, or you can align your queries with the PSC team, and I would be more than happy to help you. And free, of course, the best one suggest. Yeah, so Canva is free, free video editing tool, that is Canva. But to use its premium content, you have to pay a very small amount, right? The starting is only 500 rupees per month. Yeah, we will manage the recording. What is the duration? Okay, so the duration of a video again depends what type of video you're creating. If it's an actual infotainment or educational video for your customers, minimum 2 minutes is requested. And for shorts, reels, anything from 20 seconds to 60 seconds is good. How a video gets more priority on YouTube. You have to focus on video SEO, right? You have to make sure that you are doing enough things to promote your video initially. Because without promoting your video, just creation is the first step of it. You have to promote the videos as well, right? And your video should have good content so that people they watch the video. The more they watch the video, the more they spend time on your video, the higher the ranking would be there on the YouTube platform. Ideally, the video has to be for how many seconds or minutes? I just answered that question. How can you create videos using AI platform? See, professional videos, if you want to create, you can use a platform called Synthesia.ai. Synthesia.ai is a AI avatar platform wherein you can select an avatar, which is almost human-like, right? You can write a text and that avatar would basically, convert that text into speech with the visual effects, right? So that platform is good, but it has its own limitations, right? You cannot do much with those videos. To add on inquiry form in the description link. So you cannot add the inquiry form, but you can insert a link in the description. And when someone clicks on the link, then it would land on the page where the inquiry form is. And in case you don't have a website, you can use a Google form. Can I add Google Form as a landing page? Yes, you can, but it would have limitations. Not the people they want complete end-to-end customer journey. So let's say your ad is very attractive, but if when he lands on the Google form, he will see that okay, this company doesn't even have a website, right? So then it is waste of money for for the company, because for generating the lead you are spending 300-400 rupees, and he lands on the Google form, right? That might turn the target audience off. 30 to 40 leads daily on how much daily budget. So see, there is no fixed formula to it, because as I said mentioned earlier, the algorithm is AI based, right? It is a self-learning mechanism that YouTube uses. So it will take around 7 to 10 days just to learn and understand how the people are reacting to your ad. And based on that, the ad would be positioned in front of the people who will give you maximum engagement, right? So the minimum budget you can keep is 500 rupees per day, right? That is a standard budget that we prescribe. You can further go below like to 200, 300 as well. But it is good to have more budget, right? So that YouTube basically sees that and reaches out to maximum people. Video editing tool, and if we want to add soft music to it, how do we do same any site okay? So Canva has in the free version and paid version as well, they have video editing tools and also music or background music. Just make sure that if you're using anything outside a video editing platform, you have the copyrights to the content. Otherwise YouTube would label you for copyright infringement, right? That will basically take down your YouTube video, and sometimes the channel is also banned. What is the percentage rate of converting a lead in the first impression of video in Google Ads? Okay, so let's say for example, you yourself wants to buy a t-shirt. Okay, you go and search on Google that you want to buy a t-shirt. What will happen is that you would be getting a list of options where you can buy. In the first column, that would be shopping ads, right? The shopping ads, you will see a lot of options. You will click on that ad, you will go on that landing page. Okay. But you are not still buying, you are only considering the purchase decision. It is not a purchase. Similarly, in any case of digital marketing, a single click would not lead to a conversion, right? So what happens is the video ad would be seen multiple times, right? Then the person would click on the ad, go to the landing page, and the landing page he might go for once or twice as well. So this complete journey would take multiple sessions, not just one sessions. So it is quite difficult to predict, what would be the percentage rate in your case. What metrics do you use for monitoring data and performance? So video metrics, one of the metrics would be obviously lead generation. If you're doing focusing on lead generation, then one is cost per click. What is the cost involved for getting clicks? Second is cost per lead. What is the cost per lead? That is basically number of leads divided by the budget that you have spent. You will get the cost per lead, right? So these are two important metrics in lead generation that would make you understand whether the money that you are spending is giving you the right kind of ROI or not, and is it actually worth it to do this kind of campaigns. How to add audience or place ads in Instagram to reach more target audience. So if you want to run Instagram ads, it's a totally different topic. It's not related to videos, but you go to business.facebook.com, you register yourself over there. Right now, Facebook has acquired Instagram, so both the options are available on the same platform, and you can use it various functions to start an Instagram ad. We will try to send you the PPT via PSC team. Is graphic video or normal video with model perform better? Okay. So again, it depends. If you are selling a product which is not very expensive, then a graphic video would do with basic photographs and text and all. But if you're selling a service, right? If your company is big enough to create a video with a model into it, right, or a human characters into it, then you should definitely go with a human character because it has a better appeal. Is GIF creative get better reach? Yes, it definitely gets a better reach, but it is not a video, right? Because it's basically a creative which runs in loop, right? So it depends on what information you are using in the GIF, right? And it's a repetitive information and how appealing it would be to the target audience. So these are two, three factors that would define whether the GIF creative is better for reach or not. How to add validation in FB formats, duplicate numbers, and calls. You can add an OTP feature, not in the FB forms and ad, but on the landing page that you create, right? So whatever phone number is added, they would be asked for one-time password OTP, so you can verify the phone number. That is one of the ways to verify the leads. Is video with more text perform less? Well, it totally depends. There are various scenarios over here. So let's say you're marketing in a place like South Delhi, right? Now, South Delhi is considered to be a place which is very glamorous, very posh, right? So in that scenario, to use little bit of text-heavy ads and a lot of character-based ads would perform well. But let's say we are going to Kurukshetra in Haryana or Ambala in Haryana, right? So over there, text ads may not perform, right? People, they might not, be very much pleased on reading a lot of text. So for them, images and visuals would perform better. What is the best suggestion you will give for marketing or developing my channel? The very basic thing is that you need to create very good quality videos which are helping people, right? As long as your videos are helping people, your channel would grow organically without spending much of a money, right? But let's say you are creating standard content and you want to still have a lot of traction, then you have to invest money into it, right? So creating good quality content is very important, which is matching the current trends. Because sometimes you feel that, okay, I'm creating a very good video, right? But it is not going with the current trend, right? So people would not watch it simply. They would like to further, watch what is trending right now. How feasible is it to share the same content on all platforms? Or should we post different content on different social media platforms? Ideally, if you have the bandwidth, the budget, create different videos for different platforms. For example, LinkedIn, it would be more focused on professional business to business communication, right? For Facebook and Instagram, it has to be B2C kind of content, which is focused on lead generation. In that, there are various variants. If you want to create a short, if you want to create a reel, if you want to create a story, if it is a educational video, what is the length of video? There are multiple parameters. So if you have the bandwidth, if you have the budget, then create different videos for different platforms because their audiences are different. The way the platform is perceived is different. Could you mention those tools that you did? Okay, so one tool is Ahrefs, which helps into YouTube keyword analytics, and the second one is TubeBuddy, which will help you in boosting your channels. Can I use Canva for video editing? Yes, you can definitely use Canva for video editing, but it is again a very basic drag and drop function kind of a tool where you can create a video. But if you're looking towards proper professional video editing, then I recommend to use Premiere Pro. Which is better, the same person watching the same ad again and again, or the limiting the impressions by adjusting CTR? I would recommend that have different adapts of the same video, so the video does not become monotonous, because adjusting the impressions and click-through rates, it is a short-term solution, right? Ultimately, we want to engage people, we want to entertain people, we want to position our company, our content as a solution provider, right? So just adjusting impressions or adjusting the CTRs, right, it is a short-term solution. But in long term, if you want to stay there and you want to engage people, you have to create adopts of the same concept, like version 1 of the video, version 2, version 3, version 4 of the video, right? So I think this was the last question. So guys, I think it was a very good webinar. Thank you very much for attending, and please contact the PST team for the video presentation. And you can connect with me on LinkedIn as well. I would be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks again. Bye.